Suvani here again. I'm on my lunch break. Man, I got a little something to talk about right now. So, the classes I'm taking right now, um, one of them is we doing like some mock interviews and different stuff like that, right? And for some reason, recently I've been having trouble speaking in front of people. Like speaking. It's not even speaking in front of people. It's more speaking about myself to people who I don't know, or a larger group of people. And so we like broke up into groups and different things, and I felt it coming back on, and everybody talking, and it's fine, but it's like it's something about when I speak about myself for a long period of time. And honestly, it could be like maybe it could be like 5 sentences, 7 sentences, or something. I start to feel overwhelmed or like kind of emotional or something. I don't know. But I ain't never really felt like that before because I was performing, you know what I mean? Like I was performing in front of crowds of people, and I make music and stuff. So I never felt that. I never felt that feeling before, being nervous because I'm talking to people, because I could talk to anybody. Strangers, whatever. But for some reason, I mean, after COVID, I hadn't performed for honestly since like 2021 or two. So it's been about 3, 4 years since I performed. So that muscle that you build up kind of is real weak right now. But being in school is kind of building it back up because I'm able to speak in front of people. I can ask questions and different things like that. So I'm not scared of doing anything. But it's just like, I don't know why when I speak about myself, I start to feel like a nervousness or whatever. So I stay after class, and I talk to the two. One of them is the program instructor, and the other one is the actual speech coach and everything. And she's like, they gave me a couple tips. They gave me a couple tips to help me when I'm doing that. But she's like, oh, everybody wears a mask in society, and now that the veil is being revealed, because when you're speaking about yourself, every every so every time somebody judge you just off of looking at you, they automatically judge you, right? And then once you start talking, all the judgment kind of just like, well, he's not that. Well, he's not that. Oh, he's a little bit of this. Oh, I might actually like him for this, or I don't really like that part. Once you speak. So I guess she was saying that the more that I speak about myself in crowds and stuff like that, it's just nervousness only because I'm actually talking about myself, and I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person who do stuff like that. Um, and another thing was, she told me that before I start speaking, she said what she does is she'll dig into her thumb. So she'll just dig into her thumb just to give her the sense of being alive, being present, while she's talking, to let her know like this is happening, like her hand is down. She's talking to I'm perfect speakers, this lady, like they're perfect speakers, and she'll do this to help her, just remind her that she's human, that she's there, she's supposed to be there. And so I'm gonna take that. And she told me about some nonprofits and stuff that help with speaking in front of crowds and different things like that, because I want to do some comedy too. I've been writing comedy, little skits and different things, me and my homies. So I want to get on stage and be able to do that. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not scared to do these things. It's just recently I've been having this blank out moment, you know, when it's my turn to speak. I've been blanking out for some reason, and I don't know what. That's never happened to me. I've never been like that. So last night, my homegirl, well, she hit me about hanging out or whatever, because I've been in school, so I ain't really been around hanging out or nothing like that. So I was like, yeah, let's hang out, whatever, yesterday, you know, like tomorrow, whatever, you know, yesterday. And she was like, yeah, still cool. I had got out of class, went home, showered, blah, blah, blah. Drove to her crib. We was gonna go get something to eat, just chill, you know, talk and stuff. And we go to Portillo's. And we get in the Portillo's downtown, and the line is like, we in the street because the line's so long. I'm like, yeah, we gotta go in. She's like, no, I'm dressed like blah blah blah, you know, this is that, you know, like bro, who gives a fuck? You know, like what the fuck? Let's go in. So we end up going in, order food, sit down. I look back, cause she's like, well, how he get up there? It was like a little section that went upstairs, you know. So I look back and I noticed out of my eye, like a dude was sitting over the little railing or whatever. I look, I say, shit, that's Lil Jake. Lil Jake. I'm like, yeah, that's Lil Jake. Who the fuck is Lil Jake? I'm like, with Lyrical Lemonade. She like, she don't know what's going on. She don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to the air. She don't know nothing. And because I've been video editing and doing animation and all this stuff for so many years and wanting to work with Lyrical Lemonade, I know who the people are behind the scenes. I read all the credits. I go, you know, I just do a dive because I care about it so much. And so I seen him in person. I'm like, oh, she like, you gonna say something to him? I'm like, but he was with his girl and shit like that. So I was like, I don't know, I don't really want to interrupt them, you know. They call our food number, whatever. We get up, get the food, go back. We're about to leave, and so happily they about to leave too. So I'm like, okay, this is like a perfect opportunity for the cross path anyways. Yo, Lil Jake, what's up? Give him a, you know, you feel me? It's a nigga at the garbage can. He turned around, Cole Bennett. Nigga, the founder of Lyrical Lemonade, Cole Bennett, this nigga was at the garbage throwing away a tray, turn around. Whole time, Summer Smash, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. One of the biggest festivals in Chicago that came to Chicago that he made. Cole Bennett, regular human, just out here, just like, he the reason why I even video edit in general, like animation and 3D any of that stuff. Like, I ended up meeting him in 2016 when I used to do photography and video and videography for different shows and stuff like that, you know, when I was younger. And I met him. This is like when he was first starting out. I met him, took a picture with him because I knew him from then. I was like, yo, you know, he doing dope stuff. I told him then, I was like, yo, we gonna link back up, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna meet up again, because I just know my work ethic. I know that the universe works in different crazy ways, which is like, man. And I end up meeting up with him 10 years later in Chicago, like I said I would, and the Most High made that happen, right? I'm like, all right, peace, you know, just like a brief little, we go get in the car. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm like missing an opportunity or something, you know? Like, I need to get a picture or something. I gotta, you know, she like, well, I'm about to go, blah, 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 you know, like, man, all right, pull back around. She pulled back around, hop out, I hop out. I'm like, yo, hey, Cole, you think I can get a flick with you, you know? And like, yeah, for sure, you know. So while I was in the car, I ended up pulling up the photo of me and him in 2016. I show him, yo, that's the Portraits Theater, blah, 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 you know. I'm like, yeah, bro, tell him, like, you know, you really the reason why I do animation and this and that, you know, because I saw your stuff and it inspired me to, he's like, oh, okay, you know. Take the photo. He say, you know what? Y'all gonna be there on Sunday? I'm like, nah, we only gonna be there Saturday. He like, I'm gonna get y'all some free tickets to get in on Sunday. Comped. Universe. universe. See, that's why you can't be afraid to speak to people. That's why you can't be afraid to open up, let things happen. The dude who throwing the festival, literally seen him out. I'm talking 50,000 people. Comp tickets. Met him in 2016, meet him 10 years later. Shit crazy, bro. Man, bro. The Most High gonna really open up doors and show you if you walking in the right path, you know? All right, though, I gotta get back in here. I appreciate y'all for constantly tuning in, liking and subscribing. Like I said, we got more stuff on the way. You know, we got more stuff on the way. I'm telling you, I'm doing this. Most High providing. All right, y'all, be safe. Love y'all.